this one has sorcerer and gold golems. Let's go in here. Oh, okay, I thought I was going to start a fight right away. Let me go ahead and restart Fraps, since I haven't yet. Will this raise my tension? I doubt it. Trying to get the Falcon effect to take place. Wrong one.
Understood.
In fact, I still need to keep her around there. That's what I was intending to do. Have Nero cast that, and then drink the potion and leave. Get back here!
Help me out here. Off we go. Don't let me down. Here we go! This ends right now.
Since I was hearing multiple ticks of monsters respawning, I figured they were probably back here. I'll leave one survivor to tell the tale.
Searing slash! Inferno slash! Burn!
Guys, help me. Don't let it get away.
Inferno slash! Inferno slash!
We had it pinned in. All you did was just watch me attack it. No. I can use portals.
Inferno slash!
Fine by me.
Here we go! This ends right now. Giga Slash!
Got him. I think. No, I didn't. Much better. Know where he is in his mess. Oh, you got away anyways. Alright, let's go back upstairs. I'll leave my minions to deal with this crowd. You two need to die. I gotta kill like 10 or 60 of you or something. I never even bothered to look this up if there was a chest back there. That sounds pretty good. this is why Frost Slash is superior to Fire Slash. Now, I haven't really, honestly, used Fire Slash a whole lot, but I can't see it be much better than mobilizing the enemy.
Flame slash.
Yeah, good showing there. It's a real way to impress everybody.
Flame slash.
Fine by me.
I think he's dead. Let's explore what's in this way. Battle records, monsters, by name, gold, 300 gold coins. It's not that extravagant. It should be way better than that. I'm pretty sure they've depreciated in value over the Dragon Quest games. Alright, boss troll. 67 gold coins, 84 XP. Yeah, forget this room. Unless there's like something special for killing them all, I'm not even gonna worry about them. Let's deal with this room. This room seems much more profitable. Wakey wakey.
Tell me if I go too far.
Doesn't seem like it's doing much damage. But I'm shooting it because I assume it's hitting everybody behind them.
You brought this on yourselves!
I brought my own dudes in it too.
Don't get hurt now.
Understood.
Fine by me.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this training off screen and farming and doing quests I'm gonna leave in as a publication or whatnot. But at the moment, I'm just letting it run as a record, and maybe I'll just take out excerpts or if something spectacular happens, or funny or really stylish, I may keep it. I don't exactly have any plans at the moment. hopefully that's enough to respawn them. Not a big respawn, but it's something.
Tell me if I go too far.
Good. Kind of bringing them on here. Let's aim it right here. Hopefully this is exactly what I want. There's some behind me, but I'm trying to learn her ability. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to lure them all into one spot using this spell. Like that.
I feel so invigorated. I told you to leave me alone. Big banger! Fine by me.
So in order to prepare for sorrow, I probably need to buy good orbs for everybody.
Here we go! This ends right now. Giga Slash! Cold Fisher!
Flame slash!
Let's try to identify that metal in the distance. So I've acquired 13,000 gold. Not bad. Got a recipe quick mugger's mask. I can turn this in. Let's see what else we get. I should kill a few more sorcerers. I don't know what. Oh, there's probably a monkey. There's no sorcerers in that direction. Let's try this room. No sorcerers here. Come on, everybody, follow me to your death. It's probably just be better to just slash them all apart. Alright, let's see. I'm almost leveled up. Let's see how much XP this gives me.
For armor! Giga
Didn't even look like it flinched. Now I leveled up.
Onward! So you were
Alright, this place seems kind of dried up of targets. So, after I clear out the next floor, I'll just go ahead and evac.
Fine by me.
I'd like Twin Dragon Lash a lot more if it was, it didn't knock enemies away. Thought I saw an item. What it might have been just a medicinal herb. Alright, let's clear out the... It's not this one, I don't think. It's the one below. Where does this go? Alright. I think that's the monster I need too. The white monkeys.
Tell me if I go too far.
You brought this on yourselves! Magic burst!
I understand. Got it.
Understood.
Here, I'm looking at take care of things for a second. I'm back.
Searing slash. Have at it. Have at it. Searing slash. Inferno slash. Flame slash. Burn. Flame slash. Inferno slash.
Do 120 with lots of ticks about 40 to 50. Let's see how overall this compares. Can't see, too close. 120 with ticks of 20. Alright, so as expected, Flame Slash does a bit more damage. But I think freezing the enemy is way superior. Also, unless there are weapons that are supremely better than this, Falcon is probably it was one of my favorite weapons in the previous game. Does less damage by itself, but if your character's stats are high enough to support it, and I know I've mentioned this before, then it doesn't even matter. You'll get to hit twice. Okay, that's this room clear. I guess we will evac.
The kingdom needs your help.
Today just isn't my day. Stepped outside, got drenched. Went to change, moths had been at my clothes. Went to the shop, it was on fire. It's a curse, no doubt about it, and I'll take 3 pinches of Saint's ashes to lift it. Cure Slime's drop to ashes. Please, help me before it gets worse. Well, that's hard to come by, I think. I don't know. Or at least it feels like it should with that kind of name, and I believe it's a yellow item.
Well done.
And here's your reward, enjoy. Like a mini medal, it wasn't really too helpful.
Take care. Hello there. Some post came.
I tried using the Saint's Ashes you brought me to get rid of that curse, and fingers crossed so far so good. It's only been a few hours, but no sign of rain, moths, or fires yet. Touch wood. I feel like a huge weight's been lifted from my shoulders, and it's all thanks to you. Thanks, Captain.
See you later.
Watcher.
Okay, before I buy any additional orbs, I'm going to buy one of everything still. So I'll worry about the shields in a second. Let's take a look here. So for me to fight Sar, I'll probably bring Terry. He kind of plays like Aura and Lucius. Yeah, he can't wield it. So it'll probably be this blade here. And I can only afford one thing. Maybe I should just get a shield instead. Alright, so decisions, what should I buy? Let's see, would Nara be joining me? Probably not. So I don't really... she's already got her max one. Would Jessica be joining me? I don't know. Having the ability to heal might be handy. So I'll probably... Let's go ahead and buy that right now while we're on the camera.
Cheers!
Achievement unlocked, half penny millionaire.
Cheers! 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 All yours. All yours.
Of course, I need to get him a shield to suit. Can he wield that? Yeah, he can wield the dragon shield.
Be lucky.
So I'm out of gold. I'm out of... Okay, here I can do this before I retire for the recording session. And I might as well spend everybody else's too. Terry, you have not really seen much play, have you? Alright, I would say I need maybe a couple more levels before Terry's ready for these stat bonuses. Atmosphere, huh? Wow, 102 skill points. Now again, the reason I'm picking all these abilities is 'cause I'm trying to showcase the characters. It's harder for you to see, you know, stat increases. Like, you'll see they do a little more damage, but especially with all the numbers flying around, you may not notice that compared to the character. However, if I have like cuff riz, you'll see something much more drastic that you wouldn't. Basically, it's hard to showcase. It's better to showcase their skills, I think, than leveling with their attributes. Now, in a regular game, I wouldn't necessarily pick all these. I would pick like one skill and I'd stick with it. Instead of, for example, getting Rain of Pain and Plasma Dome, I'd pick probably like one of these and maybe max this out. But my characters are pretty much fully fleshed, almost nearly fully fleshed out of things that I would like for them to have. Like, this one isn't too, I don't feel like it's worth it right now. 5%. Now, if they were spamming skills all the time and attacking all the time, that'd be worth it. But unless I'm controlling Bianca, that Power Saber wouldn't probably help me that much. Alright, that's everybody's skills. Anything else I gotta do? I think that's it. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and save and continue farming off camera.
Let us pray. Goddess speed.
Alright, this has been Tran Wins Dragon Quest Heroes, the world trees well in the blight below. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.
Post commentary. You remember how I found that Mugger's Mask recipe? Well, now everyone's wearing one. It actually helps out considerably. Let me pull up some of those numbers that I actually spent several runs in Arba just collecting data so I can see how worth it the Mugger's Mask might be. The Mugger's Mask gives 2% item drop rate. That it actually gives you more. So I would say it probably like doubles it at first. When I wore a 5% Mugger's Mask on Aurora. I get 6 items in Arba Recruit, going from the throne room, going west, and then going full circle to the east, and up the final stairs. Oh, and by the way, this is how I'm farming for the Mugger's Mask. I'm running back and forth, spawning these 2 sets of Chimera, and collecting Silkweed from these guys, which is one of the ingredients. There's 2 ingredients. The other one's the snake skin. For the cheap Mugger's Mask, I have the recipe for it that came up in Pinnacle of Light free roam that I did earlier. It won't be shown here, but a very well-placed rage will wipe out completely both sets of monsters, where there won't be a single red dot. I'm not too worried about getting it perfect every time, but I get it well enough where I get the main kills. You'll see all these bags for the pickup. Unfortunately, many of them are zombies, so they drop crap like Evan Cloth. Slime drops are coming from the little slime that form into Slime Kings. When I went up to an 8% in a Mugger's Mask, I get 19 items in Armor Recruit. When I went up to... Now, these are not averages, I just spent like maybe 1 or 2 runs doing this. Sometimes I did 2, sometimes I did 1. I did test out many things about the Mugger's Mask, which I will share with you. When Aurora wore the Mugger's Mask, Lucius went west. I controlled Lucius and had him kill everything. I got 8 items. When she wore the Mugger's Mask and I went up to Arbor Captain, okay, Arbor Captain, I was controlling Aurora and I let her team slaughter everything. It took forever, so maybe slaughter is not the right word. I got 11 items, and I can tell you that there's... I thought originally that there's nothing like watching Jessica cast Crack at nothing, or Lucius running up point blank to a goodie bag, charging up Zapple and missing since he's too close. But I'm going to give you an example of something just completely more ludicrous. When Aurora wears the Mugger's Mask, and then I control Lucius, and I let Aurora kill everything by herself, I got 24 items. Unfortunately, I thought this one was even more insane. Everything that I just mentioned about watching the teammates do stuff, this was surpassed by watching Aurora race up to a blue slime and then block for a few seconds before deciding to run past it to attack something else. When Aurora wore the Mugger's Mask and went west under my control, I got 30 items. In case you weren't following along, I would say that the Mugger's Mask only applies to the character who is doing the slaying. So if, let's say I'm controlling Aurora and I have Yengus in the team and Yengus has the Mugger's Mask, whatever Yengus kills will have the Mugger's Mask application to it. Nothing Aurora does should matter. So it should primarily be the main character that you play that has the Mugger's Mask, which poses a problem for me. Why? Because as I'm trying to give you some entertainment, I may switch between the characters. That means that I need a Mugger's Mask for everybody, and maybe a decent one for everybody. Or otherwise I may be basically losing out on potential ingredients here. But it wasn't that essential. Now, the Mugger's Mask says it gives you a 2% extra drop rate. I would say that's misleading, because without a Mugger's Mask, you might get about 11 items. With an 8% Mugger's Mask, you might get about 24 to 30 items. Now, these are just single runs. I haven't done like thousands and thousands of runs, but the number of runs that I've done, I did at least 14 runs in Arba that I recorded data on with small little tweaks to variables to see what would work. And consistently, it's just whoever has the Mugger's Mask that matters. I've tried, for example, controlling the character with the Mugger's Mask and then letting everybody else kill things. No good, doesn't do anything. So if you get the opportunity, I would suggest in a new playthrough, buy the recipe with mini medals and then farm the items quickly off of goodie bags and Chimera, or buy them with mini medal and put it on your main character immediately. You don't even need to get upgrades on it. I have been spending time making mini Mugger's Masks so I can get upgrades on them. In this case, you can see that I've got 13 slipweed. Now let me show you where I farm snakeskin, which is the other thing that the Mugger's Mask requires. At the Shrine of Scales, you'll be looking for a bag of laughs. They drop snakeskin, which you require 3 of if you have the cheap Mugger's Mask recipe. Now there's a few ways that I've farmed this room to break the monotony. When you cross that threshold, basically right when you cross the crest of that bridge where that stone golem is, and you turn into the cave mouth, the first group respawns. If you reach the middle of the stairs after that, the group behind you will respawn, but only after the chamber in front of you spawns. You have to wait for that spawn trigger to finish. I personally think it's easiest to spawn that first group right next to the entrance, right next to where you start the map. Keep running back and forth until you have about enough tension to do a rage attack. And then spawn both groups, rage both groups, and collect everything. Of course, remember to do all the killing attacks with your Mugger's Mask character. Now again, this section is post-commentary, but the rest is live commentary. I did find that I had some issues again trying to get my microphone and video game play to sync up. I think I've developed a good routine though if I can just keep to the habit. Now it would be simpler on me if I were to just let Fraps record my microphone, but that would mean I could edit it less. I would not be able to, for example, ramp up my speech volume, or take out things like chair squeaking, lip smacking when I open my mouth after leaving it closed for like 3 minutes, a sharp intake of breath, which is a little obnoxious to me. It's almost not audible, except for the fact that I'm increasing my volume greatly and then hitting it with a wave hammer to try to lower down anything from getting too loud. So everything quiet gets boosted, everything loud kind of stays the same. This gives me a lot more volume to my speech. And it makes it so much faster to get videos out for me because I speak so quietly and so statically. I speak so quietly that I need every edge I can get to try to get my voice into the publication, into the upload. Otherwise, you'll never hear it over the gameplay. There's also some benefits that I can give you an auditory experience that doesn't shock you. What I mean is, if I let's say I was to suddenly scream at something, or sneeze, or cough, or whatever, it wouldn't make you jump. There would be nothing in there that, because I can edit that. I can make it quieter. I can get rid of it. Sometimes I'm watching a video and suddenly the game audio or the person speaking gets real loud, like a sudden cough, or there's an outro that's extremely loud, and sometimes it's disruptive. And you can see that the second spawn didn't appear until that first front chamber finished spawning. The message, basically, it's like the message lag when you're waiting for doors to open in Dynasty Warriors. You don't actually have to get this close, but in this case I decided I'd go ahead and kill off this group and build up some tension so that I could show you the rage attack later.
This ends right now.
As with the tree, aim for the doorway. That's about the easy rule of thumb. You may not slaughter everything, but you slaughter plenty. Look at all these bags for the taking. And if you ever find an item you can't just quite reach, try attacking it. Your character's battle animation may interact with the object that you desire. Bags, yeah, that's a lot of bags. The bags last long enough for you to do maybe one additional thing before running off to collect them. In this case, I wanted to go ahead and finish off the group before respawning the next. You can even, in fact, kill this group twice before collecting any bags. And the maximum item stack, unsurprisingly, is 99. So any, for example, slime drop that you pick up, which you will find slime drops in both locations, any slime drops you pick up after 99 is lost. I doubt, but it would be a nice feature, I doubt that any slimes you pick up after 99 are automatically sold and rendered into cash. I really doubt that's the case. Would be nice, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I guess when the useless soldiers and people living in Stonecloud, they see that you have, they count that you have exactly 99 slime drop, they go and say, I'm gonna throw the rest overboard. Now, I haven't had too much fortune trying to summon monsters to bait the enemy into one spot, but it might just be I haven't really bothered summoning the right kind of monster. This is all the farming I've been doing. It was just purely Mugger's Mask stuff. I've gotten a ton of EXP off of it though. And gold. More than I thought I would have. I thought I'd be reliant on metal monsters to get XP. Doesn't seem to be the case. At least not when I'm trying to farm items, and I don't really like farming items. But I felt that in order to show you successful gameplay and not have more obstacles in my path to switching characters, that I should get a decent Mugger's Mask for everybody. Because as of right now, I mean, you see that I tend to use Aurora more, even in regular gameplay. I probably really wouldn't switch from her all that often, except for special circumstances, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to entertain others. It's mainly because, as an RPG, it's like sticking with Wang Yuanji and Dynasty Warriors. I can pick between a level 150 character or jumping down to level 50 character. Now, again, that's just a matter of practicality. It's more practical for me to stick with higher, beefier character. May not be as entertaining though, so in this game I switch characters. In Dynasty Wars I didn't switch as many characters because I played those other characters in the campaigns. Although I did not make a online Wu or Shu or Jin campaign. Now that I have farmed quite a bit of items, it's time to show you that I can completely waste all that effort. Here's the thing. I have autosaves enabled, so I just go ahead and just start creating everything. The first 2 Mugger's Masks that I created that have nothing but ingredient and drop rate modifiers on them, I saved and loaded until I got the item. So no Mugger's Mask was wasted during that time. But these next 2, for a change of pace, I'm not sure what's faster, but at least I got XP and gold this way. I went ahead and just made items and threw them away. What I mean by that is I might make, for example, Mugger's Mask, and then I raise it up to +3, and I would hope to get an item drop rate. If I didn't, maybe I'd load. Yeah, actually, if I didn't find anything by a +3, I might load it. But let's say I found 2 useless things and an item drop rate. Well, those 2 useless things, they're gone. I'm not going to bother trying to save them or anything. I'm just going to take the item drop rate and put it on a good one. So you see that I have several Mugger's Masks here with all kinds of different abilities. Some of them less useful than others. Having one with some with stat increases is okay. It's not extravagant. It's not something that I'd write home about. But in this case, if I'm going to take the effort to equip an item increasing accessory, I'm gonna make it go all. I'm gonna put it all the way where when I equip it, I want item. That way I know exactly what I'm getting. None of this hybrid stuff. I can't even imagine how many Mugger's Masks I created. Between each Arba run, I probably created about 8 masks. And then I would save and load about 4 times or so before making the next Arba test run. And then I got tired of it, so I took a break by doing an Arba run, and then recording the data, and then going back to creating masks for a while. One of the things the Mugger's Mask loves to have as a modifier is the reduced freeze time percentage. I don't know why.
Choose wisely now.
So you see I can just load anytime I screw up on I get a big stack of Mugger's Masks. It's not like I'm just deliberately throwing it away. I will create a batch. If nothing is good, I'll load. But I can find enough ingredients where I don't have to load after every single mask. The first Mugger's Mask that I made, though, saved and loaded and I was hoping I could find one. I wasn't sure until I created a modifier with item drop, and it was amazingly enough, it was a 3% drop rate. Now the mask since then has been tainted by like a 1% and a 2% drop rate, so it's not a super perfect mask, but it's good enough, and that's all I really wanted. Maybe one day, I doubt it, but maybe one day I will make a super duper Mugger's Mask. But again, I'm trying to create at least 4. I'm trying to create one for the whole team. And it's totally unnecessary, but it's just so that if I switch to, say, Yangus in the middle of battle, and I slaughter a whole bunch of guys with his rage attack, that all those items, I can still collect them. It's just extra. It's just an extra responsibility I've taken upon myself. A compromise between my desire to be powerful and my desire to upload videos to people want to watch. And this is effectively my gameplay off camera for a long while. Just me trying to get a Mugger's Mask that I like. Very boring, and I hate the random. I don't like random. I never liked random stuff. Random something in a game like Mule, so it wasn't too bad in that the guy at the top got bad events and the guy at the bottom of the scoreboard got good events. To try to help equalize things. In a way, it kind of penalized you for being good and incentivized you for being bad. But at the same time, if you already, the random events had some sort of logic to it. Here it's just hope for the best. If not, go kill monsters for another half hour or something. Thankfully, I choose to load instead.
Let's see what we can do.
I wouldn't have minded having a soft reset, and maybe there is, and I just can't access it with my screwed up control scheme that I have set for myself. Oh, and besides reduced freeze time, I found plenty of maximum HP ones. I don't know why, but I found so many HP ones. I mean, yeah, freeze time, that's nice, but on my Mugger's Mask, I want to mug. One thing you can do is replace an existing stat. That's cool. That means that if for example, one of my gold rings, if there was something that I thought was stupid on it, that I didn't want to load about, I can just create another gold ring and then replace that random stat with a worse stat, thanks to randomness.
Ready? Do come
Alright, and that should be it for the post-commentary for this section.
Let us pray.
Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.